Hey guys, I covered the Japan hospital experience for you, but I don't think I ever covered the Japan dental experience for you. I've had a little bit of experience with the Japan dentists. The most recent was just now. I just had an hour and 15 minutes sitting in a dentist chair, and what was achieved in that hour and 15 minutes was some photographs of my teeth, also some x-rays of my teeth, and we managed to have my bottom teeth cleaned, and that was it. In an hour and 15 minutes of actually sitting in the dentist's chair, that was what was achieved. In that time, the dentist was actually in that room with me for maybe 5 minutes in total, and the rest of the time I was either there was either nurses in there with me achieving those results we were just talking about, or nobody in there, and I was just sitting there. And basically what they do is they have a row of rooms with a patient in each room, and a bunch of nurses doing most of the work on the patients, and the dentists just wandering between the rooms, sort of overseeing what's going on and telling them the nurses what to do, and I guess doing some of the things that that the nurses can't do or shouldn't do or something. But I just had a nurse actually put me under nitrous oxide to do the cleaning of the bottom part of my mouth, maybe to shut me up, because I wasn't being a good patient. But interesting that a nurse on her own, with nobody else present, no dentist present, no one else present, could give me nitrous, because I know in Australia that only the dentist can do that. So I don't know about other countries, but anyway, have a look at it. Have a look at it. Okay, so the first thing you notice in a Japanese dental surgery is usually there's a genkan, and usually we have to take our shoes off and put on slippers. Usually they have a reception counter and waiting area, same as they do in most countries for dental surgeries. Usually there's no English. So I haven't been to a dental surgery, doctor's surgery or hospital in Japan yet where I've encountered anybody who speaks English to a level that's useful. So I'm sure there is some people that do, but I haven't actually encountered any. So same goes for this dentist surgery. There's nobody here that can speak English, so you've got to be prepared for that. And of course dental terminology and medical terminology in Japanese is tricky, of course. So anyway, this day these nurses, in an hour and 15 minutes, took a series of photos using a mirror and a camera, and I've never actually experienced that in anywhere before, so I don't know why they do that, whether it's just to save the dentist time or something. But they take a series of photographs and put the photographs into the computer, and they took 4 x-rays, and they cleaned my bottom teeth, and that was an hour and 15 minutes. So the rest of the time I spent a lot of time just sitting there. Dentist came in the room twice for a couple of minutes each time, just had a look at what was happening, looked at the computer, and made a couple of comments to me, and walked away. So that's fairly standard in Japan. Again, you know, as with everywhere in Japan, usually everybody is extremely polite. You know, the staff, the dentists, the doctors usually are extremely polite. But in Japan there is this underlying feeling all the time that doctors and dentists are like gods in Japan. And it's like their time is so valuable that, you know, the patients only get a small amount of it. And it's, you know, I'm used to Australia where if you're in a doctor's surgery or dentist surgery, the doctor or the dentist is with you from the moment you walk into his consulting room or surgery to when you walk out again. And to be put in the dentist chair and leave to sit there for, you know, I was probably sitting there for an hour altogether. You know, the procedures probably took 15 minutes. The rest of the hour I was sitting on that dentist chair, just sitting there. And to barely see the dentist. So, look, you know, they get it done. Same as with the doctors. It gets done, and it gets done pretty well. It's all good, but it's a bit unsettling to feel like you're in a factory, or you're you know, you're not sort of worthy of the professional's time, which is quite often the case with doctors and dentists. But anyway, all fun. More videos coming soon.